Hello everyone and welcome to Neptune's Child Tarot. This is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. My main channel is Moon Moth Goddess, where over there we have nearly 100,000 subscribers. So I wanted to thank you guys first off so much. If you are coming over from that channel to this one, thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. Now I did create this second tarot channel here for those of you that are more so focused on the self, those of you that are focused on your career and finances, your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, your spiritual gifts, everything having to do with the self. It could be healing readings that we're going to be doing moving forward, family situations, which many of you have asked me for on the Moon Moth Goddess channel. But I'm finding that there is a need for kind of keeping these subjects kind of separate. I noticed that my audience over on the Moon Moth Goddess channel is primarily focused on love situations, connections, and things of that nature. So when I was posting videos over there that were non-love related, for the viewers that wanted those readings, they were not getting watched nearly as much as all of the love-focused ones. So I created this second channel for those of you that are also wanting to look into this aspect of your life. Like I said, we're going to be covering all of the spiritual stuff, healing, family situations, ancestors, of course, today, spiritual gifts, and just kind of taking some suggestions from you guys as well with what other types of readings you want to see that are non-love related, which we'll leave primarily for that for my other channel. Okay, so our pick a card reading today is what are your spiritual gifts? Now I do also have this reading available with the private readings that I do offer, but I do have quite of a following on my Moon Moth Goddess channel, which means that my readings are usually booked out at least anywhere from 7 to 9 weeks in advance. So I do appreciate you guys so much for your patience with all of that. I do also have PayPal, Cash App, Amazon wish list for those of you that are wanting to donate decks in for the channel as well. I will have all of my information listed in the description box also for those of you that want to book a private reading with me. So let's get into today's reading. What are your spiritual gifts? We're going to look into that today. Pile number 1, you are going to be the Hocus Pocus Tarot. And this is what the back of the card looks like for this one, pile 1. Hocus Pocus Tarot, what are your spiritual gifts? Pile number 2, you are going to be the Horror Tarot deck for pile number 2, which is another beautiful Disney deck. And then pile number 3, you are going to be the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot for what are your spiritual gifts. So timestamps will be down below for you guys. If you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay for this reading. All of the readings on for this channel as well as my Moon Moth Goddess channel, they're always timeless unless otherwise specified. So take your time to meditate on the piles to see which one of the decks is calling to you the most. Like I said, if you feel drawn to more than one, perfectly okay. Timestamps will be down below and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. So for those of you that resonated with the Hocus Pocus Tarot, let's get into your reading and finding out today, what are your spiritual gifts? As I said in the intro, if you do feel drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. You may have messages that go across multiple piles, okay? So let's see, pile number 1. What are your spiritual gifts? For pile number 1. We're going to pull our tarot first, and then we will get into our oracle. So pile 1, what are your spiritual gifts? What are pile number 1's spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have the Page of Lightning, which is the Page of Swords. Okay, so what I'm already getting from this Page of Swords energy is that many of you have this mind. There's something about your mind that is incredibly inquisitive, questioning things, situations, people, It's more of this energy where you are incredibly observant and you kind of are like this sponge of information. And that could be from studying people's patterns of behavior. It could be your environment, the external environment, where you are kind of feeling, I feel like, picking up on many different things. Some of you, I feel like I'm kind of picking up clairvoyance here. Okay. And I'm feeling that it may be that spirit kind of gives you and feeds you information through your mind or through your observing. I feel like studying, learning, knowledge is what I'm already kind of getting here. Some of you, it's kind of like you give off this, wouldn't really say you give off the energy, but it's just kind of like this is who you are, is that you have kind of like this ability to really kind of like just study people and understand human behavior and everything about your surroundings and nature. And you kind of take it in a way that you take and absorb all of that information in. And it could be that through you kind of being open and receptive to all of that type of information, that spirit kind of communicates messages to you. And it could be even clairaudience I'm getting here with the Page of Swords, clairaudience, clairvoyance. Some of you, it could be a fairly new gift or even something that you're still working on. Like it's something new and you're trying to even work at being better at it. Okay. And I'm getting with the Page of Swords because the Page of Swords is kind of like the energy of a student. So it could be that this is also spirit wanting you and letting you know that you do have this gift, but it maybe working on it, practicing little exercises and things of that nature to really help you to kind of perfect and strengthen that type of gift that you have. Okay. So let's see what else. It's almost like I feel like you guys pick up when people are lying. Like you pick up on people's behaviors, like the tone in their voice, the way that they're speaking to you, things that you hear, right? Let's see what else. Pile 1. What are your spiritual gifts? Almost like little FBI agent type of energy that I'm getting here. Okay, so we do also have the Page of Pentacles. Let's see what else. Okay, now what I am getting here from this Page of Pentacles, I feel like you guys have this gift of, I almost feel like connecting with people living and also the dead. Okay, connecting with the dead here as well. Almost like they're surrounding you is kind of what I'm getting. You have them surrounding you. And some of you could be even able to hear messages, communication coming from both kind of physical world and the spiritual world, spiritual realm. Let's see what else. Pile number 1. What are your spiritual gifts for pile number 1? Okay, so we also have the 6 of Wands. Okay, so we have 2 here. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, okay. So many of you are also able to kind of foretell future events. Okay, future events, fate, destiny, things that will happen, premonitions. It could be even through the dream state. I'm also getting, for some of you, have a very close connection into the element of fire here as well. So maybe working with the element of fire, candle magic, things of that nature, may be something that you're really good at. Okay, giving and receiving information. Some of you are like almost like these portals of receiving information from the spiritual realm, and you're able to give that to other people. Even with this Wheel of Fortune here, like I said, talking about fate, destiny, to kind of help people, right? And it could be that you receive some type of information about, say, like a family member or a friend or even something for yourself, and you already kind of know. You already kind of feel something. So yeah, I'm feeling like you guys are kind of like these sponges here, almost, in a way, with receiving information, giving and receiving information. Pile 1, what are your spiritual gifts? We have the Queen of Lightning, which is the Queen of Swords. So yeah, some of you, even, I'm feeling, because we have the page here, we also have the Queen. Some of you I'm getting are my baby kind of clairvoyance, clairaudience, where others of you are a lot more, I feel like more skilled within your gifts. But there's definitely clairaudience, clairvoyance here. Some of you have just like that open channel of information of communicating with the spirit realm. Okay, let's see what else. What are your spiritual gifts? Pile number 1. We have the 7 of Lightning, which is the 7 of Swords. Yeah. Some of you are like literally human lie detectors, okay? Like investigating information. You can tell when somebody's not being, like the energy's just off. The Queen of Swords is also about honesty. She's like a no BS type of energy. She's very honest. She's very direct. She's very clear at communication. And so with the 7 of Swords energy here, this is talking about deception, illusion. And so many of you, because of this clear-sightedness, you're able to see through people's, you know, it's like no one can hide something from you. It's like you already know. You already feel it. Even if they're going to just kind of like come to you and tell you something. Like if you notice that your friend is not doing well, or you can tell something's off with their with their energy. And with the 7 of Swords here, it's kind of like you can see right through it because you're picking up energy elsewhere. You're very, very perceptive, I feel like, with the page and the Queen of Swords. You're very inquisitive. You ask many questions. You're very curious. You want to know things. You want to understand things, right? It's kind of like some of you too may kind of doubt yourself, I feel like, because the Queen of Swords is extremely logical and very analytical. And so sometimes I feel like you guys feel that you have to, like there has to be another reason. Like if you're something spiritual happens to you, or you notice some type of phenomena, that you feel like there has to be another, almost like you doubt yourself. Like there has to be another reason that this happened. Or it's like sometimes I feel like you doubt yourself. You doubt the gifts that you have, right? I didn't just hear what I heard, or maybe I'm just tripping, you know? So let's see what else. Pile number 1. What are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have the 5 of Pumpkins, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Let's see. I'm almost getting to, for you guys, that you have this ability, and I don't know if I would call it an ability or a curse, but I almost feel like you guys have this energy about you, this gift about you, that can sense when someone's in a place of despair or loss or void. It could even be that you are someone who feels the need to help people, to want to help people who are, say, not doing well, or they're not doing good, or, you know, just something kind of going on with them. And many of you, it could mean that you are attracting people who need healing, or that need help, or that need guidance. Many of you with this Queen of Swords here are very good at communication, giving people guidance, giving people advice, being completely honest with people about what you see or what you feel or what you think, with your opinions. And you're someone who's very objective about things, right? You are not someone who's going to judge someone, that you're just kind of like this very open energy to take in all of this information. We also have the Ace of Swords energy here too. So I'm definitely getting that you are like this direct channel to source, God, spirit, universe, whatever you resonate with. And you just have this mind that is so brilliant, I feel like. There's a lot of very powerful clairvoyance and clairaudience in this pile. Okay, many of you, I'm also getting the gift of manifestation here as well with that 6 of Pentacles. It's kind of like the work and the effort that you put into something, you're focusing your mind, imagining it, envisioning it, and it's kind of like it happens for you. It's also what I'm getting here. Let's see, what else? What are your spiritual gifts? Pile number 1. Okay, wow. You guys have both the Queen and the King here. Okay. Now, I would say, like, if some of you feel like you have like these gifts or you kind of feel like you do, keep working at it. Okay. Because, like I said, some of you, I feel like you're super powerful with these gifts. And then some of you, I feel like you are still working towards, trying to really trust yourself, trust your ideas, trust the information that you're receiving. There is some pretty heavy energy here that is connected into the spirit realm. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. I want to look at your oracle a little bit more. Let's see. What are pile number one's spiritual gifts? What are pile one's spiritual gifts? Okay. So we have elemental magic. And look how she's sitting around the fire. Remember how I was saying some of you have this gift, especially working with the element of fire, but also we've got earth energy here too, and air. Okay. But yes, elemental magic. Some of you may be very successful with, like I said, for some of you, candle magic. Okay. Rituals, fire rituals, things of that nature. Let's see what else. Okay. So we do have attraction here. Okay. So this is really about the whole like attracts like, right? The magnetism, the attraction of things for yourself, things that you really want. It's like you have a very powerful energy, very magnetic is kind of what I'm seeing here as well. We also have nature here, okay? So many of you can even be connecting in with the elementals, the fae or trees, any type of nature spirits that you may also feel very connected to. Okay, let's see what else. Pile one, what are your spiritual gifts? Wow. Okay, so we've got higher self. That is why, look at this, the higher self as your spiritual gift. So many of you, like I said, if you feel like I'm still like a little baby clairvoyant or baby clairaudient, keep working at it, okay? Because look at this beautiful image here where we have, say you here, pile number one, where you are just able to connect in with your higher self. There's this with the Ace of Swords here, the Queen and King of Swords here as well. It's a very clear, very perceptive mind, and many of you are able to kind of be that direct channel to connect in with your higher self, to be able to give people that guidance that they might need. Like I said, for many of you with the Wheel of Fortune, it is about their fate, about destiny. It's about what's happening in the future, premonitions, even some of you, because there's a lot of intelligence that also comes in with the Queen and King of Swords. Okay. So with that and the higher self, to me, it's like some of you are these channels and don't even realize it, that you were just kind of someone who just gives information. You're just kind of like a wealth of it, but yeah, that is super beautiful. Being able to connect in with the higher self and be able to kind of receive those downloads from the spiritual realm. So let's see what else, pile one. What are your spiritual gifts? What are pile one's spiritual gifts? Look at that. Look at that. Clairvoyance. It says you possess clear vision, perceiving with the mind's eye, inner vision, or extended visual capacity that can include images from the past, present, and the future. Okay, that is our Wheel of Fortune right there. I love it. Let's see what else. What are your spiritual gifts? Pile number one. We have magnetism. Look at that. Look how I said that was like a little magnet right here. It says you have a natural ability to make others come after you, professing a powerful aura that makes it difficult to stay away. So I don't feel like it's just with you magnetizing people towards you. Although, like I said, for many of you, you could be magnets for people that need help, right? You being kind of, and it may even be spirits that need help, okay? Which many of you, it can even be that gift of mediumship, okay? Let's see what else. Okay, so we have overcome here. And it says, having gone into battle with your own dark side, you can see the divinity and sacred elements in the darkness and in destruction. So many of you could even been that you, through a dark night of the soul or through a really tough, challenging part of your life where you maybe have lost hope, for yourself about being able to kind of make it through certain things, that you've been able to kind of overcome things and see maybe even how you had kept yourself in certain illusions with life, with people, with friends, with romantic partners, and being able to kind of overcome that. Many of you are kind of becoming masters of your own energy. And as a result of that, being able to kind of come into your own power to be able to assist or even guide others. And I feel like that with the Queen and King of Swords here, many of you could be meant to be mentors, teachers, and just kind of like I said, that direct channel of information from source, from your higher self. And it could even be your ability to be able to connect even in with another person's higher self, right? And that person's higher self kind of giving you messages that the person needs to hear, right? They could be saying, hey, this person is not listening to me. Will you please tell them this, or something like that? Okay, so we have Divergent here, and it says, you stand out from the rest. The way you think, the way you dress, it's rare and unique, making you very desirable, right? So it's kind of like you walk into the room, people know there's something different about you. You're not like everyone else, pile one. Okay, and I think you know that. I think you know that. Let's see. You see the world in a very different way. You see the spirit realm in a very different way. Okay, so we also have some natural witches here. It says you have a strong connection to the universe and that if developed through study and practice, you can live an empowered life that can bring forth positive changes. So some of you may be naturally gifted witches, and that probably is why we have this beautiful elemental magic energy here that many of you may be really, really good at. Okay, so let's see what else. What are pile one's spiritual gifts? Okay, look at that. We've got a channel here. Okay, so channel for the divine, their messages, receiving, sending, receiving information. We have dreams here. So many of you can even be connecting in your dream state with spirits, with maybe even other people, right? So many of you can even be a gift of astral travel, being able to connect to other dimensions, other beings, light beings. We also have a clairsentient here, okay? So you may also be my pile that has empathic abilities, okay? Empath, which means that you feel things, and you may feel things very deeply, okay? From others. I would say maybe be also very careful that you're clearing your energy regularly, because as a clairsentient, as an empath, even with receiving information from the higher self, channels of information, there's going to be a lot of downloads, a lot of information. And so you have to make sure that your energy is cleared, very often. So let's see. What are pile one's spiritual gifts? We have transition here. Okay. So many of you are very gifted mediums, mediumship. It could even be helping spirits that have crossed over, or even spirits that really need your assistance, your help. Maybe even delivering messages to loved ones that they might have. Okay, but yes, we have transition here. So it's definitely that connection to those that have passed. Okay, and it may even be that you're able to connect with them through dreams, but many of you may even be able to hear them clairaudiently or even clairvoyantly, where you're receiving messages from them. Let's see what else. What are pile one's spiritual gifts? Pile one's spiritual gifts. Okay, so we have guidance here, right? So able to receive the information and then giving that as guidance to other people, okay? Mentoring, counseling, look at that. Intuition. Very, very psychic pile. And then we have the medium, okay? So the gift of mediumship. It may even be that you have a gift of being able to help people with transitioning over. Okay, not just after they're passed away, but maybe even helping people to transition. Okay, and we also have release here as well. So this may also be like a really important message for you too, is to remember, like I said, to clear the energy, release the energy. I'm seeing ancestors at the bottom. Okay, so connecting in with your ancestors. Many of you can even be about releasing certain cycles that your family has maybe kind of stayed in, stuck in, but helping to clear that karmically there as well, to kind of change the course of your family line is also what I'm getting here. So you may also be the ones that are kind of like the chosen ones of the family to be able to do a lot of this work, to be able to help people, help to clear, right? Give information, give guidance. Some of you may also be really good at divination, okay? Maybe tarot cards, or any other form of divination where you're connecting with the spirit realm and giving information. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys for our first reading here on Neptune's Child Tarot. So please subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So for those of you that resonate with the Horror Tarot, this is going to be a reading today, and we're looking into what are your spiritual gifts. Welcome to the first reading here on this channel, Neptune's Child Tarot. And thank those of you that have come over from my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess. So let's see, pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? Let's get into it. Pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? What are pile 2's spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have the High Priestess. Wow, what a card to start with. What a card. Okay, so with the High Priestess energy, this is really about claircognizance, which is our inner knowing. So you guys are incredibly intuitive, and there is this connection that you do have to the Akashic records, okay? The claircognizance comes in with you being able to just know things, just without anybody telling you, without anybody kind of giving you information. Perfect example, you're sitting on the sofa with your best friend, and your best friend is like, hey, let's go get some ice cream. Let's go down to that little corner shop. And you look at them and you say, it's closed. And then they look at you and they're like, what do you mean it's closed? Let's just go. But then you get in the car, you get there, and there is a closed sign, or there is, it's the shop's closed for repairs, or they, closed early that day for whatever reason. But it's just kind of you know when something is up. You can sense it, you can feel it within you, and you just know it, right? Without having to have someone tell you. It can even be some of you, like you feel that there's something that's not right, something that's going wrong. And it could be that you just kind of all of a sudden get this feeling of maybe dread, or, maybe it can be something completely positive and you just feel like, wow, I know I'm going to do this. I know I'm going to get this. This is coming. This is happening for me. And then it does, right? So High Priestess is all about the inner knowing, okay? Claircognizance. And the connection to, Akashic records, secret wisdom, secret knowledge, right? It's a very, very intuitive card, pile 2. So let's see what else, right? And it could even be like you don't even know how you just know. It's like, even if it's something like spiritual or some type of channel or download of information that you're able to receive from spirit, okay? So pile 2, what are your spiritual gifts? We have death. Okay. So many of you, it can even be that you are someone who is able to connect with the passed on mediumship. Okay. For some of you, is kind of what I'm getting there. Maybe you just have the ability to communicate with the dead. Okay. Let's see what else here. It can even be that you are someone who kind of invokes transformation within people as well, right? Telling them, or maybe advice or guidance that you kind of give to them that is helping others with transformation. We do also have the 5 of Pentacles. Let's see what else. Pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? Okay. So look at that. We have the Star here. So many of you are also very naturally gifted healers. Is what I'm getting here as well. But look at that. She's got her little spirit board here. So many of you, spirit communication. Okay. And that could even be something that you do through divination. But many of you could have that gift of mediumship. With the 5 of Pentacles energy here, many of you can even be that you can sense when someone is in a place of despair or needs help, or that you also find yourself in a place where you're drawing energy towards you of people who need healing, right? And sometimes, I think something like this came out in pile 1, and I was like, do you think of it as a blessing or do you think of it as a curse? Because you might have a lot of people that are just very attracted, very drawn to your energy because you give off something that's truly powerful, Okay, with that high priestess. It could be that there's something about your energy when you walk into a room that is very different from others. Okay, so let's see what else. Pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? Pile 2. Okay, so we do have the King of Swords. So yeah, I'm definitely getting clairvoyance, clairaudience here. Okay. Some of you are a direct channel of messages, information from Source, Spirit, God, Universe. Many of you are meant to be teachers of this knowledge. The High Priestess energy here, for many of you, you've lived many lifetimes. Okay? The High Priestess's knowledge is not something that she's gained from just having one lifetime, not just the Earth lifetime. This is many lifetimes of this knowledge being gained. And for many of you, it could even be that if you don't really feel quite like the High Priestess yet, that this is what you're meant to do in this lifetime, is you're meant to be this incredibly intuitive, psychic person. And maybe some of you can even be that you are intuitive healers, or that you are, meant to be teachers, mentors, public speaking, healing people with your words, writing, can also be a thing here. Okay, let's see what else. Pile 2, what are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have, wow. I would suggest some of you that felt called to pile 1, and only those of you that felt called to pile 1, I would say watch that pile as well. Because in that pile, we had both the Queen and the King of Swords came out too. Okay, so this is incredibly strong psychic abilities that you do have. Pile number 2, very strong psychic clairvoyance, clairaudience. Some of you already have you were born with your third eye open, or you just may have had an awakening that was very profound, very powerful for you. Or it will be something that you will experience in this lifetime. I feel like many of you with the High Priestess energy here, it's like this time on Earth is you're meant to remember who you are. And that is extremely psychic energy. Okay. I'm noticing that this Queen of Swords here, she's kind of holding this onto her necklace here, and it's kind of glowing. Actually, it looks like there's these hands that are kind of putting this necklace on her. But many of you, yeah, I feel like you're meant to be healers, specifically a lot of heart chakra stuff, okay? People that have wounds, people that really need help with this 5 of Pentacles. People that are feeling low, despair, the energy of despair, the energy of void, emptiness in their life. You're meant to help to heal people, to help them to transform, to step into a higher version of themselves. And these are gifts that you've had for many lifetimes, okay? And you're meant to remember who you are as this healer. And a lot of it is surrounding the heart chakra, okay? Let's see what else. Maybe the healing power of your words, or some kind of information that's really helping people to transform, okay? I feel like it's really your gift. Many of you, it's your soul purpose, okay? We're not doing soul purpose today, but that is something that's coming through for you. So let's see. You're meant to be very well known, pile 2, okay? With that star energy, you're meant to be out there with your gifts, using them, okay? It could be something that you're meant to do for your job, your career. Very unconventional, but this is you, pile 2. This is what you're meant to do, you're good at. Okay, so we also have strength here as well, okay? Pile 2, what are your spiritual gifts? I'm also getting this gift here. What is this? The 3 of Wands. I'm also getting this gift here for you, pile 2, of your ability to learn to, and it could be something that's a work in progress, okay? Remember, because we can't just be born with good gifts right out the gate that are super strong. Sometimes there are some that we have to work on, okay? For some of us. But the strength energy here to me is about first off, your connection to the divine. There's a very strong connection to the divine that you do have. And a lot of this is about you learning how to really balance out your own energy, which could be something that you're still focusing on, working on in this lifetime. But the strength card is about us learning how to control our feelings, our emotions, a lot of that internal energy, internal focus, which is going to be very important for you, especially as you are kind of like open and receptive to a lot of this spiritual energy, spiritual wisdom, knowledge, is you have to make sure that your energy is in a good place to receive all of that, right? So it's not being clouded by ego or by fears and things of that nature. Like you're just like this open, clear channel. And then with the Three of Wands energy here as well, pile 2, the Three of Wands is about being able to see into the future. You're waiting for something. You can see something coming towards you. So many of you can even be this gift that you have of being able to kind of see things, predictions for the future, especially with the High Priestess here, okay? Because it may not even be that somebody tells you this information, you just know it. You just know what the information is. You know what's going to happen. You know how things are going to play out. So let's see what else, pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? We have the Chariot. Okay, so yes, we've got beautiful energy here. The Strength card and the Chariot. The Strength card is going to be more so the internal energy, the mastering the internal energy that you have, whereas the Chariot is the external. Okay, this is about being able to kind of have the willpower, strength, determination to be successful or to lead ourselves towards success. So many of you may be able to be even to help. My ears are ringing, you guys, for your pile. My ears are ringing, some high-pitched rings with this Chariot energy. So very, very powerful, okay, is what I'm getting here. Some of you also have a very strong connection to the moon. Okay, very strong connection to the moon. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, you guys are definitely healers. Okay, definitely healers. Very powerful energy in this pile. You may even be, like I said earlier, helping to people to balance out their own energies. The light and the dark, the shadow and the light energies. And this is where you kind of are that energy, that High Priestess, where you can almost like transmute. I feel like there's a lot of transmutation here of darker energies into light energies. Or you can kind of, I feel like you can be someone who's very comfortable with your shadow, right? You own it. You own the shadow and balance out those energies. And that's what strength is all about, is being able to kind of control the internal energies, right? The impulsivities that we might have, getting angry, getting upset, or kind of acting out impulsively in ways, those primal energies. Strength is where we learn how to control them. We learn how to master and harness our energy to help us with the external, right? Our external environment. And so the Three of Swords energy here is pain. It's suffering, right? And you've got the Five of Pentacles energy here and the Three of Swords. So it's almost like you are someone who's meant to help people who are suffering, who are in pain, who are needing help. And because you are someone that has these very strong abilities with healing, I'm just feeling like super old soul energy here in this pile. Many of you super gifted at divination, receiving, channeling information from source. Okay. But yeah, definitely healers in this pile. Okay, so let's see what else, pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts, pile 2? Okay, so we have meditation here. Okay, so meditation, of course, it's a beautiful spiritual practice that we can use to really kind of work on our gifts, to clear our energy. Okay. This almost looks like as she's meditating here, she's receiving a lot of information, right? Her little third eye is kind of open. She's clearing this open channel, able to clear that through the dark energies, right? Because you guys may, with this powerful energy here, it could be that you attract both light and dark, right? It's not like you can tune into whatever station you want. If you're going to be that super psychic, you're going to receive information that you may not want. You're going to be this channel that's open, that is going to receive many different energies that are going to come in. So it's all about you being able to kind of transmute those and kind of clear the pathway for messages that are coming directly from divine, not with spirits who, maybe say don't have the best intentions. But I feel like you guys have this really powerful energy to also be able to discern whether or not it is a malevolent type of, say, like a spirit or anything kind of surrounding you. But for you to be able to kind of transmute and clear that energy. Okay, even the way this King of Swords looks, he looks like he's kind of just like cutting through things, protecting energy here. And also he looks like he has this super large red eye right at the front of his little helmet there. So many of you, it's like you are awake. There is definitely awakened souls that are here watching this pile. So yes, definitely healers. Some of you may even be able to astral travel through your meditations. Let's see what else, pile 2. What are your spiritual gifts? What are pile 2's spiritual gifts? Okay, so wow, we have a guide here. So many of you may literally be here as a guide for others. Okay, helping people to lead them through maybe even the shadow aspects of themselves. Almost like you guys being spirit guides to other souls that are here, but being present with them, right? Serving as a guide to others. Many of you have connections to animals. I was going to say horse earlier. Connections to horses. We have dogs, a dog here. But it could be really any type of animal. Okay. Okay, so we also have knowledge here. So very much like the High Priestess. And this is ancient, sacred knowledge. We have a scarab here. All of these books. It's definitely more of this High Priestess energy that you started out with. Okay. Very knowledgeable, wise souls. How to, what are your spiritual gifts? Like ancient knowledge, wisdom. Meant to serve as a guide here on earth for others. Look at that, intuition. She's got a cat here. Cats, dogs, horses. Okay, incredibly, incredibly powerful intuitive energy in this pile, right? It's like you are someone who allows your intuition to lead you, right? Look at how she's allowing the cat to kind of lead her. She's got the blindfold on. Okay. How to, what are your spiritual gifts? We have a catalyst. Wow. It says you're someone that evokes progress and change in people, making them aware that something could be better, leaving them forever changed, right? So you serve as a catalyst, maybe even with the guidance that you give, the words that you speak to others. It kind of just like sets something off in the person's mind to help them to see things clearly as you do with that Queen and King of Swords, the High Priestess energy here, the knowledge, the intuition, right? We have a storyteller, and it says you have the ability to express life through stories and enhance your magic with symbols. Spirit may also communicate with you through synchronicities. How to, what are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so we have manipulator, and it says you can transform into someone that you are not to fit your agenda. I almost feel like pile 2, use this gift wisely, okay? It says you can transform into someone that you are not to fit your agenda, making you extremely crafty in achieving your dreams and goals. Be sure to use your gift wisely. Exactly. Okay. This almost because you are so, with the King and Queen of Swords here, so clear, logic, rationality, being able to kind of feel the energy of know things, knowledge, wisdom, that you were able to kind of use that as a resource to help you to, like Spirit is saying here, achieve certain outcomes, right? Knowing what to say to someone so that they are able to give you what it is that you need or want, right? But of course, you have to be careful with that gift, right? You don't want to make sure that you're not someone who's taking advantage of other people or kind of doing things for the wrong reasons. And that goes with any type of spiritual gift, using it for the right reasons, okay? So let's see. Pile 2, what are your spiritual gifts? We have feeling, okay? So this is maybe for some of you being an empath. Definitely look at that. We've got mirror here as well. Okay, so it says feeling. It says you can make others feel what you feel. Your energy inspires energy. Just be careful with what you invoke or inspire in others because it will come back to you. Okay? And then we also have the mirror here, and it says you disrupt things in order to enable people to see themselves differently and begin to heal. You are the ultimate mirror. So many of you, yes, this is very empathic energies. As empaths, which I'm also an empath, we reflect back a lot of people's energy, and sometimes they don't like it, right? You may find that there's somebody that you just meet and they don't like you, right? And it's probably because you're reflecting back their shadow, the not so great side of them that is being reflected back, right back in your energy, because we are going to be that sponge, that kind of mirror that's reflecting back to them the energy that they are projecting outwards. Okay, so that's why your Chariot and your Strength card are so important, because like I said, the Strength card is going to be all of that internal energy, the balancing of the emotions, right? Those energies within us that affect us externally, as the Chariot is that external driving force surrounding us. Okay, so let's see your last messages, pile 2. Okay, we've got empaths here. Pile 2, what are your spiritual gifts? Pile 2, spiritual gifts. We have future, okay? So being able to see into the future, foretell the future, premonitions, right? Look at that, teaching, meant to be teachers. We have release here, okay? So Spirit's saying here with the release energy, especially with you being mirrors for others, picking up other energy, you're meant to also learn how to release, transmute a lot of this energy that's also being directed towards you, okay? Like I said, sometimes it'll be good, sometimes not so good. So you have to make sure you're regularly clearing that energy. We also have dreams here. So some of you, it can even be astral traveling, connecting with spirit through dreams, okay? Receiving messages from ancestors, your spirit guides. We have a medium, okay? So mediumship abilities, being able to connect with spirits that have passed on. We also have the shadow, okay, which I love, because this is kind of what was coming up earlier for you, is that you may be somebody, like I said, where you just kind of own your shadow. You've been able to transmute a lot of this energy. It could be that you have a lot of other people's shadows being reflected at you as well. So you're teaching people how to release, right? How to overcome, right? The shadow in a way that you're not allowing the shadow to kind of take control, right? You find that inner balance between the dark and the light energies, the shadow and the, you know, the light within us, because we have both of them, right? We don't want to make sure that we're not kind of on too far on one side. We don't want to be just right in the middle, balance out our shadow energy, balance out the light energy, because we are both light and dark, shadow and light. Okay, we also have intuition here. So again, beautiful. We have healer at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 2. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here on our first reading for the channel, Neptune's Child Tarot. Check out my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess, for you guys. Those of you that are wanting to look into love situations, singles readings, situationship readings, all of that type of stuff. I will have the link down below for you guys. But thank you guys so much for being a part of this first reading for the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hi, Pile 3. So for those of you that resonate with the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, this is going to be your reading today. And we're looking into what are your spiritual gifts. Also, welcome to our first video here on the channel, which is my second tarot channel here on YouTube. Many of you know me from my Moon Moth Goddess channel, so thank you guys so much for coming over. So let's get into your reading, pile number 3. What are your spiritual gifts? What are pile number 3's spiritual gifts? What are pile 3's spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting with this energy, because the 5 of Swords can sometimes talk about conflict, and I feel like you may be the type of person who is able to even help others to be able to diffuse conflict or challenges. Many of you, it may have also been a little bit of a challenge for you to kind of overcome any type of self-sabotaging thoughts, but it could even be that you are someone who has the ability to kind of help other people to identify where they may be self-sabotaging and kind of helping people to kind of resolve that. And that could be pointing it out through them. It could be through your talks, through guidance, communication that you give to others to help to kind of settle that type of energy. So let's see what else. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so we do have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm getting a huge gift here of manifestation. Manifestation abilities with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, and those of you that kind of feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm good at that right now because my life is not in that place. I feel like where you could be challenged by is maybe your own thoughts, your own limitations. So it could be that in this lifetime, you are meant to be able to kind of even overcome your own insecurities, fears, or doubts that you have within your abilities to manifest, because the 9 of Pentacles is an incredibly abundant energy of being able to just kind of manifest with ease. So for many of you, like I said, you could be naturally gifted at being able to do that. Some of you could be a little bit of a work in progress with being able to kind of move beyond your own fears, your own insecurities that you might have surrounding that. So let's see what else. Abundance, manifestation for your pile 3. What are your spiritual gifts? Okay, so we also have the 4 of Swords. So many of you are able to kind of connect in through meditation and may be able to receive messages, downloads from the divine through your meditations. It could even be that you receive visions or even hear things clairaudiently from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. We do also have the world energy. So to me with this energy, it almost makes me feel like you have the ability to be able to astral travel, interdimensional type of travel. Okay, it's kind of what I'm getting there, especially next to that 4 of Swords. Let's see, clearing your mind and being able to just kind of, I'm definitely getting astral traveling, astral projection during meditation. Okay, so we also have the Death card here. So many of you, this can be, you know, assisting, helping other people with transformation. It could be that you are someone who has undergone a huge transformation within yourself. But what I'm also getting here is your ability to cross into the spiritual realm. Some of you may even be able to pick up a lot of mediumship abilities with being able to connect with those that have already passed. Okay, I'm seeing that as well. Definitely mediumship. Okay, so we also have the King of Swords. So we're definitely getting some clairvoyance, clairaudience. Okay, lots of throat chakra energy here too. So many of you may be naturally gifted speaking, writing, spirit. Maybe some of you could even be spirit writing. Okay, is what I'm getting here as well. Maybe even messages from those that have passed, but you're able to kind of spirit write messages from them. Many of you are naturally gifted at teaching others, writing, spirit writing. Let's see what else. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? We have the Queen of Pentacles. So definitely, you are definitely my abundance pile, my pile that is full of manifestation abilities, being able to bring things into your life, right? That could be manifesting a new job, manifesting a raise, manifesting a new best friend, or just kind of being very fortunate, because you are with the Queen of Pentacles energy here. This is our ability to be able to be open to taking certain risks and really nurturing the ideas, the plans that we have, taking action, making decisions that are going to help us to align with those goals. Okay, so let's see what else. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? We have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so definitely manifestation. I feel for those of you too that you are powerful manifestors. And some of you may feel like, why isn't my manifestation happening? Why isn't it coming fast enough? Why isn't it coming quick enough? Okay. I feel like you're meant to learn to also practice patience with your manifestations as well. Okay. Which is a big message for many of you that is coming through here. Okay. Is to be patient, because sometimes some of these manifestations that we want, they take time, right? Especially if they're big things, like we want a house, we want a car, we want a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend. Sometimes it takes us time, right? Especially if you are someone, like I said, that kind of, you find yourself in a place where you have doubts in yourself, or there's certain fears or insecurities or self-limiting beliefs that you're meant to kind of overcome so that you truly see yourself as this powerful energy. Okay? But very strong manifestation ability. So let's see what else. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? We have the sun. Wow. Okay, and then we also have the King of Cups here. Okay, so with the King of Cups energy here, and I'm seeing the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So there's definitely this energy of healing here as well. So many of you could be naturally gifted healers. With the King of Cups energy here, this is really speaking about compassion, empathy towards others. So it can even be that you guys are empaths. You're meant to be healers. The Ace of Cups is about self-love, healing, everything having to do with the heart chakra. Many of you may even feel called to work surrounding helping others, healing others with your words, or with your, focusing on manifestations here. Like I said, with the King of Swords, it could be writing, speaking, public speaking, that you're really meant to be good at. But yeah, there's a very strong healing energy coming in here as well. Some of you naturally gifted empaths, you're able to kind of pick up on other people's energy, their feelings, their emotions. Many of you with the sun energy here too. The sun energy is a beautiful energy. The sun is also masculine energy. Okay. And the masculine energy is all about action, focus, discipline, organization, getting things done, right? And really, because this powerful manifestation, which I'm feeling is almost like your strongest gift here of manifestation, is that you're really meant to kind of put forth a lot of this really powerful energy, and knowing when to make decisions, when to make a move, when to move forward with something, which is really, really beautiful. Okay, the sun does bring in an energy of fulfillment and happiness. And I feel like many of you that have this gift are meant to have abundance and prosperity in this lifetime. This is something that is your birthright, something that you're meant to experience in this lifetime. And it could even be working on your masculine energy, healing the masculine energy within you, for many of you, right? Because sometimes we can procrastinate and we can, kind of get discouraged with manifesting certain things. It's not showing up. It's not happening for us. And for many of you, can even be directly tied into needing to also focus on your own healing, right? Because sometimes a lot of these heart chakra wounds can be something that is creating a lot of fears or insecurities that are not really helping us. Okay, so meditation may also be something that's really powerful for you to really able to kind of bring your energy into balance. I'm also getting, some of you may even be naturally gifted witches as well, with the Queen of Pentacles. There's lots of earth energy here, okay, which is what I'm seeing there as well. But the sun is a really beautiful energy. It's a source of life, right? Source of life here. So it's about kind of having spiritual understanding, mastery, especially with the sun and the world. It's about being able to kind of have all of this richness and this beautiful energy that you can experience, I feel like, within this lifetime, right? It could even be that you are someone who maybe tries to remain a little bit more optimistic about life, family, friends, magic, creativity, pure consciousness is really this beautiful energy here, okay? If you notice Jack here, and he's got these clouds that are kind of parting away. So it can even be that in this lifetime, you're meant to just kind of clear all this clouded energy that has been stopping you or blocking you from being this incredibly powerful manifesting energy with that Queen of Pentacles there, okay? What else are we seeing here? Yeah, all about manifestation, very nurturing. Let's see what else. Okay, so let's go into our oracle messages. Pile number 3. What are your spiritual gifts? We have attraction here. Okay, so you guys kind of being like a magnet with your own energy, right? Attracting certain things in, prosperity, abundance. We have astrology here. Okay, for many of you can be a very gift that you have with studying about the planets and their how they connect into affecting, right, your own energy of people around you, situations around you. So some of you may even be benefiting from really learning about astrology. Okay, we have learned here, and this almost kind of gives me this vibe that you have this gift of connecting into your higher self, or even to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, and being able to kind of receive downloads of information that way from the higher upper realms. Okay, let's see what else. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? Pile 3's spiritual gifts. Okay, and then we also have elemental magic. Okay, so working with the elements, like I said, many of you could be naturally gifted witches, healers, with this energy here. Okay, working with the elements. And that's for those of you, that are into working your, learning more about witchcraft and things of that nature. So this may not resonate for all of you, but can definitely be something here for you guys, okay, that are very much into earth magic. Let's see what else. Incredibly intuitive with the King of Cups. Okay, empaths, clairsentience, right, which is our ability to be able to feel the energy of others, feel the energy in a room. What are Pile 3's spiritual gifts? We have out of reach. Wow, it says your looks often trigger people's insecurities, making them feel like you are out of their league, which helps you weed out people that don't vibrate the same as you. Okay. What are Pile 3's spiritual gifts? We have, wow, we have a shaman. It says you can tap into a powerful way of guiding your life and the lives of others, often through great struggle, that you learn to break free and awaken to the truth to help others, right? So remember how I was saying earlier, with you guys starting off with your 5 of Swords here, right? That 5 of Swords can be a lot of your own beliefs, a lot of your own fears, a lot of the things that could be blocking you, but you're meant to learn how to break through those, right? To see clearly. Look at the sun, how Jack's got those little lights in his eyes, right? The light bulb going off. So being able to kind of move beyond and break yourself free from that way of thinking to open yourself up to truly your gifts that you're meant to be able to use to manifest, I feel like in a very powerful way for yourself to enjoy and have. Like I said, I'm getting like abundance being your birthright here. Okay, a shaman. Wow, very powerful. Okay, so let's see what else. Pile 3. What are Pile 3's spiritual gifts? Okay, so we have hypnotic here. And it says there's an intensity in your face, like staring into a tiger's eyes. Primal energies with a whisper of chaos and passion, producing a sense of excitement in others. So just the energy from you, right? Hypnotic, drawing people in, attracting what it is that you want. Okay, we also have empath here. And it says you have empathic abilities, being able to feel another person's emotions as well as their thoughts and energy, having no control or awareness over this exchange. We also have a diviner, and it says you have a natural talent for divination, revealing what is hidden or hear answers that may come in many different forms to help you in the right path. Okay, so we've got some tarot cards here. So many of you very gifted at divination. Okay. Because it's not just about, for you, not just about reading the tarot cards, right? Because you're an empath. You're able to feel the energy. Many of you with the energy of the shaman here as well. So it's kind of like it's not, you're kind of pulling this energy from all kinds of sources, right? To be able to relay these messages to other people. So let's see your last messages. Pile 3, what are your spiritual gifts? Okay, we've got connection to the ancestors here. Okay. Yeah, look at that. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, is your ability to be able to connect with ancestors, spirit guides. What are your spiritual gifts? Clairsentience, okay, which is the empathic ability, which is clear feeling. We also have spirit here. Yeah, so very strong connection to spirit, pile number 3. Okay, it may even be, like I said, spirits that have already passed on. I almost feel like the gift of mediumship was something that came out across all 3 piles. So we've got some pretty powerful energies coming through today. Look at that. We have a mediumship abilities, right? We also have clairaudience, okay? Clear hearing. Let's see what else. That one wants to come out. Clairvoyance. Beautiful. And then our last one we have as guidance, okay? So it can be, like I said, many of you meant to be able to teach, help. It could be something about healing. Maybe you're teaching others to heal. Maybe your words are something that is very inspiring or healing to others, okay? Shamans also, healer at the bottom. So very strong healing energy in this pile. Okay, so you may literally be meant to serve as guides to other people to help them on their healing journey. Okay, yeah, awaken to the truth of who they are, right? With you first doing this for yourself, fully embracing, I feel like, all of your gifts. Pile number 3. So if you did choose another pile, I will see you there. But I just wanted to thank you guys so much for your love and your support. Our first reading on the new channel, Neptune's Child Tarot. I truly appreciate you guys so much. And if you have not checked out my other channel, Moon Moth Goddess, definitely do so. I will have all the links down below for you guys. And I will see you in the next reading.